Hey there everybody, my name is Tenacious Golem, and in this quick guide I'll be running you through my Excalibur Umbra setup and explaining some of his abilities. This guide is intended to show you what the Warframe can do at what I like to call an average level. The mods won't be maxed out, mainly because I just haven't gotten there yet, and it'll be a general gist of how I like to play Umbra. With all Warframe guides that I'll do, the way I play Umbra may be completely different to how you like to play him. If you do what feels best for you, you can think of this sort of like a guide that you can test out with, and you can tweak things as you like. So without further ado, let's look at his abilities. So Excalibur Umbra is actually quite different to most of the other Warframes in terms of his abilities. The most notably his passive. So when you go into your operator mode, he actually gains the sentience of what we would call like a Spectre. So the game's AI will use his abilities and the weapons that he has equipped. I've seen some builds online where some people have made good use of that, and others where the AI is just a little bit unreliable. His first ability is one that's called Slash Dash. He dashes to an enemy with his Exalted Blade. You can mod the range and the damage using stretch mods or power strength mods, and it's pretty good for just a gap closer. His second ability is Radial Howl. What he does is he will release a howl nearby that stuns enemies and also causes any resistances built on sentience to lose them. So that's quite good if you've hit some sentient with a quite powerful ability and then he has built up a resistance to it. You can then roar, he'll lose that resistance, and you can hit him again for pretty much the same strength. His next ability is called Radial Javelin. He launches javelins towards enemies, dealing high damage and impale them into walls. It's quite fun to do, quite useful, just as a general group clearing ability, and it does it all around him. His last ability is one called Exalted Blade, where he gains a blade of pure white light that he can then fire waves of energy about. This is the move that we'll probably be using the most in the build that I'll show you, and it's very, very good. Okay, so here we are. We've got Steel Charge, Power Drift, Chromatic Blade, Umbral Vitality. We then use Umbral Fiber and Umbral Intensify for Transient Fortitude, Prime Continuity, Hunter Adrenaline, and then finally Augur Message on Excalibur Umbra. So what this does, it gives us a nice bit of duration, efficiency of range stay the same, and good power strength. So my general thinking about this build was with decent duration and power strength, we'll be able to use ability 4 a bit longer, and then from there we can just take some hits to get some energy back with Hunter Adrenaline, and with the Vitality and Armor we can try and stay alive a bit longer. So that's the main build of Excalibur Umbra himself, but he's not finished just there because he also has an Exalted Weapon, which we're going to look at now. Okay, last but not least, we have the Exalted Blade. So this is how we're just going to build that. So let's start with Prime Fever Strike. We then use Conditioned Overload on this build, which is quite popular. We then have Sacrificial Pressure for melee damage, Sacrificial Steel for crit chance, Berserk for attack speed, an Unranked Life Strike, Shocking Touch, and Molten Impact. So the reason why we build the Chromatic Blade this way is to take full advantage of Condition Overload. Because of our power strength, having it be over 190, our status chance with the Chromatic Blade augment puts it to being 100%. So we can go over the 90 mods for the elemental damage. So I've got, I believe, 3 former. I might have to increase the number of former I do the more I rank up my mods. But for right now, what this does is using Hunter Adrenaline, I will take some damage and get some energy from it. I then do some channeling, do a couple hits because the potential of Life Strike will actually give me back a lot of health for the amount of damage I'm doing. I'm using Sacrificial Pressure and Sacrificial Steel purely because I have the mods, I might as well use them. I do know that Prime Pressure Point does more damage, but mine's not fully maxed out yet, so this is actually kind of on par, and I have the slots, so I might as well use them for a reason. But yeah, feel free to swap them out for anything else. The cost, I think, increases by 2 if you use something that's not for that polarity. So do be advised, that's going to be something you'll need to look into. But whatever you do, do not form the umbral polarities on any of the umbral weapons or the umbral frame, because as it stands right now, we just have no way of getting those slots back. So if, for example, you had your umbral yeah, your Umbral mods in a slot, and you thought, no, I'd rather just use something else. If you format that, you will not be able to get the Umbral polarity back, and will make the build so much more expensive. So that's the main thing to be careful about, and just do not do. We might get the ability to format these later on, and when and if that happens, feel free. But I really wouldn't recommend it. But like I said, we will play Warframe differently. It's all about having fun for you. And if forming it lets you do that, that's fine. Just be aware that you won't have the same sort of build that I do. But yeah, that's been my guide, and I hope that's been very helpful. If anyone has any other guides or anything like that, they want to link in the comments, or anything like they feel I might have done slightly wrong, please let me know, because it's like my first proper Warframe video. And yeah, all feedback will be liked and necessary. Speaking of likes, yeah, if you liked it, please like or comment, or anything you didn't like. I'm trying to make these guides as better, as good as possible, and all the help would be good. So thank you very much. Bye.